Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good afternoon. It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. Good morning if you're in the Central, Mountain, or Pacific time zone. Great day. It looks like the 2022 draft has been regraded. It is now an A+. The turnaround of Jamison Williams last year, Aiden Hutchinson, Kirby Joseph as an all-pro safety, and Malcolm Rodriguez was the starter for the entire season, other than the one or two games he missed. They have regraded it to an A+, which I have said over and over again that those grades should be after 3 years, not year one. Paul Jones in his house. Brent DeWitt, good to see you. And here we go with the music. Great to see you guys this morning. One pride, back-to-back champ for the division. Now let's get to the whole thing. Let's do it all. Ricky Sakat. What's up, brother? King SJ in the house. Here we go. The regulars are popping in. I love it. And if you're on X, make sure you go to the link above the video. Click the permissions to allow X to allow you to comment. I can't reply to them through chat, but I can at least read them out here. Be great to see you guys. But like I said, the 2022 draft has been regraded to an A+ draft. Yes. Back to normal. Got my normal size Mountain Dew as always. We got 25 people watching and 2 likes already, and I know who they are. It's Ricky and Paul. I don't even have to look. That's on the Facebook side. That tracks all the Facebook likes, loves, all that good stuff. We're coming in strong today. I also have a little quote here from DJ Reed, who says, immediately notice a different energy with the Lions from the Jets. It's infectious how positive this team is. Yes. Both of them are doing good. The 2 running backs that we picked up, Kai Robichaud from Boston College and Anthony Tyus III. Both of them have looked really good. Kai Robichaud is more of the faster, speedy back. And Anthony Tyus is the power back, who's almost as fast as David Montgomery, who is almost as fast as Jahmyr Gibbs. Shocked? No, they had to wait till after June 1st, so it didn't cost them money. And I said this would happen. He was either going to be traded or cut after June 1st because of the cap implication. So it made sense to wait till after June 1st because now it saves them $10 million and gives them money to go grab somebody else as a weapon for Justin Fields, or maybe pick up another vet just in case Justin Fields is Justin Fields. uh, well, it was basically when Aaron Glenn first got there and called Rodgers into the office from his retreat. We all know what that means. And he basically said, "We're going in another direction this year." He hates Aaron Rodgers with passion. And can you blame him? Aaron Rodgers bludgeoned the Saints while he was the secondary coach. He bludgeoned the Lions while he was the secondary coach. Look at all the yards they would get. He had what, a 1-3 record versus us, I believe. Before he left. No, it was 2-2. Will Vogue's in the chat. Good to see you, brother. He goes, "I needed to go through what I went through in New York, and I'm grateful I went through it. It's difficult at the end of the day. We get paid to play football. You make a commitment to your team. But when you get to September, October, November, you're already out of the playoffs. That is tough because the energy is different. And when you know you're playing for something. And that's why he's happy to be with Detroit. It's because we have been a playoff team 2 years. Yes, sir. No one showed up Friday. It was a solo show. I couldn't believe it. No one. That's okay. I handled it. That hasn't happened. I'm looking at the latest news. Wow. Well, that's why Glasgow and Ratledge have been taking snaps at centers then. That must have just happened. Wow, Moonscar. I mean, literally, how many things break when we're live? Think about that. How many things? They haven't even announced. Well, Dad, Frank Ragnow just retired. Mm-mm-mm. So it's a good thing we drafted all those interior linemen, and that we got Glasgow still, who is a functional center. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Is Glasgow's going to move to center this year, and Ratledge will start next to him. That means Christian Mahogany and Miles Frazier will be battling with each other. Does anybody disagree with that? We didn't lose when Glasgow was in last year, John. That was the year before. Glasgow filled in, and we still won. The year before, when we went 9-8, was when we had 6 games lost due to Ragnow being out of 7. But there's a difference when you're prepared for it and it happens in the off season like this, and it has to be due to that foot that can't be operated in. He did, but I think the foot has been giving him issues. and it's getting to the point where he can't rehab it enough in the off season to stay on the field. I think that might have something to do with it. He has two young children now that are under 2 years or 3 years of age. So, wow. Shiloh. Yes. Yes, I know. Hey, but it's better it happens before the season starts than ever. Pat Roberts. Yeah, I'm sure that foot is the main reason, but Frank Ragnow has just retired. So that makes sense on why we drafted two interior linemen, one that can play center already, who's been taking snaps there. But I think Glasgow is the one that ends up with that job because he's had the experience, he's good, decent at it. His rank, he didn't have enough snaps to rank, but the snaps he did had ranked in the top 20 of centers last year. So it is what it is. Fred, good afternoon. Sorry I've been MIA. Life has sucked the last few weeks, but just keep pushing on. And it sucks a little more for us Lions fans with Frank Ragnow retiring just a few minutes ago, Fred. Um, uh, the surprises that I heard is that Jackson Meek, the third out of Ohio University at 6'1" and 226, he looks like a David Montgomery clone. Um, the center Lee Fatanu has already been waived; he's gone. So I think it's going to come down to Kingsley Egukun, Tate Radledge, and Graham Glasgow. But yes, we do get cap relief. I'll look that up in a minute. We'll probably discuss that tomorrow. That's going to save us a little money because he was in the second to last year of his contract, which is where the money usually clears up. The other thing that I heard is Caden Prieskorn out of Ole Miss has been gone, and Zach Horton is the one that's showing out, the Indiana guy. We let Prieskorn go last week, or 2 weeks ago, actually. Mason Miller at right tackle, he's been doing okay. I heard good things about everybody but Colby Sorsdal so far. So I think Colby Sorsdal is the next man out on the offensive line. Gavin Holmes, he got a decent deal and is already signed to the practice squad no matter what. So he might has a chance to make the team as a cornerback. Right. It doesn't matter whether he's right guard or center. I think he's going to be fine. Sorry, dealing with all the aftermath of people freaking out because my phone just started blowing up like crazy in the last 10 minutes because of the Ratledge stuff. Had nothing to do with this contract because Dan actually talked about that everybody was in a good place the other day. I think the reason why he retired on the 2nd of June is because so it cleared cap for the team. He's doing a team thing here. And I think it has more to do with his foot than anything else. Because they already said if he wants to play a long time, they'd have restructured him this year because this was the first year they could have cleared cap and moved some stuff down the road and extend him out. And that didn't happen. So that means that maybe his foot's still hurting and he can't be at OTAs. Plus, he has 2 young children now. I think he's going to focus on his podcast and maybe come back to coaching. We could bring him back into coaching, but I think you have to wait a year before they can be hired. Oh, Jesus, John, don't even talk about that. He has a foot injury that couldn't be operated on. He's been battling with it for 3, 4 years now. Had nothing to do. Yep. Have a good day, Will. Good to see you. And not doing well. He's been the
Low
one I
battery.
he's
Please charge.
he's been the one I've heard the least about all off season. But like I said, well, Dan Campbell replied to all the haters that was in the media. He said, "We're not worried that we don't have a pass rush. We don't worry. I'm not worried that we lost 2 coordinators. I'm not worried about the injuries, and I'm not worried about the Hall of Fame game. Nor am I worried about the schedule. We got asked all these same things last year, and we went 15-2." I think so too. I think that's why Dan Campbell last week said we're in a good place with both of these guys, and it specifically leans to what I said about the fact it's after June 1st. June 1st is where the cap hit that you take from a player that has a good contract that would have a dead cap, and it cuts in half immediately. So let's look at that. Let's look at Frank or the Lions cap salary cap. I'm going to check this out right now to see what we save now. His cap hit this year was $14.5 million. His career earnings, he's earned $57 million. Trying to see what the dead cap is. So there's almost no dead cap now. We're going to save that and add it back in. And I think it had to do with his foot more than anything. Trying to rehab his foot. There, that's better. I absolutely think they thought this was happening. Right now, with everything I'm hearing, safety Ian Kennelly is a good one to possibly make the team. Anthony Tyus the third, and Kai Robichaud. And then the other three that have a good chance is Jackson Meeks, the kid out of Syracuse, Gavin Holmes, and Zach Horton. Those are the ones I've heard the most about. We all know it isn't Caden Freak scoring because he's gone already. Okay, by cutting him now, it saved us $9,250,000. So we had $9,250,000 back into cap room. And I'm quite sure they're going to bring him back in some fashion. Yeah, that's Ian Kennelly, I believe it. No, Grand Valley State. Well, the kid from SVSU we still have on the roster. That's Trevor Nowoski, Dad. We signed him to a futures contract. That was the kid we brought back from Arizona, who actually played some decent snaps towards the end of the season. But Ian Kennelly's out of Grand Valley State. Time for a little station break.
Turn it up, it's that time again. Jeremy B. Lines, he's your best
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
There we go. So yes, we got Ian Kennelly out of Grand Valley State. Jackson Meeks from Syracuse. The kid out of Orchard Lake St. Mary is gone. Zach Horton, who's also from the area, and Gavin Holmes. I think Keith Cooper was even signed to the team. We have 60 people watching. Make sure you hit that like button, whatever platform you're watching on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. I wish they'd allowed likes from the Huddle Sports app, but that's not somehow incorporated yet. Eventually. Never fails. Something breaks every show. Doesn't matter if it's our team or someone else's. We talk about something that breaks. Do you think last year's UDFA edge Nate? Yeah, he does, but he has to prove he's healthy too. I think with the Hassanin has looked like everything we wanted him to be so far. Everybody says he's a bull. He's fast off the line. I think he might even beat out Davenport if he keeps it up. I'm not changing it. Look how many injuries we had last year. We won games without Ragnow at center last year, no less. He played 15 games. And the 2 games he missed, we didn't lose. We kept Tank Fraley is why I'm not worried. He has all offseason to get who he wants at starter or center. Let that motherfucker cook. No, because I got more court bullshit. I got to go meet with my public pretender. I'm going to go through our favorite part of the show, the sponsors. Let's start at the top and work our way down. They think it's Gold Buck. FTP. Fuck the packing. And of course, Buck the Bear. They have Caleb Williams. Doing this show live from Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, I agree. 100%. But you guys try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat. It's time for me to go take care of business. Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle Podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.